Good morning, Facebook. It's been a while since I've done one of these on the Facebook platform, at least. I just did an Instagram video, and for whatever reason, it didn't save. I guess my phone doesn't have enough storage to save all the media that I do. But I wanted to do, happy Halloween, by the way. I know some of you are obsessed with this holiday. I've never been a big fan, but I can't, proceed without, wishing you guys a happy, if that's possible, Halloween. But I wanted to jump on here today. I had an interesting phone call with a potential client, gentleman, really ambitious guy, just now understanding, he has an ability to make a difference and do something more with his life. And I think as an entrepreneur, that's really the first step in having that confidence and that want to, right? I think so many people in business, they want to just do something and they don't realize how hard it is. And oftentimes they stumble or slip up or face obstacles that they weren't expecting because they don't really think it through. And this guy's doing it the right way. He's continuously working, but he wanted to hash out his ideas and realistically he wanted to start investing this morning on the monthly plan with me today. But after talking to him for a while, it's something that I wanted to share because this is important for me to do on a consistent basis, and that's showcase integrity. That's make sure I'm always, providing value, but keeping the consumer or a potential client's best interest in mind at all times. And I ran into a situation today where we could have jumped right into a plan. I probably could have milked it pretty good, starting with web development and kind of spidering off from there. But I don't think, the gentleman I was speaking with was just quite ready. And I didn't want to do him a disservice or set him back because I really do believe that he can do something better than he's been doing before. But I don't want to help him put his foot in his mouth. And he just didn't quite have it put together yet as far as, where he wants to go with it, who he wants to serve, what his value is. He understood what he wanted to do and what he wanted to offer and kind of some of the supporting pieces, apparel, content, and services, I guess, that he wanted to surround his brand with, but it just wasn't quite making sense yet. And although that's really what I do really well, I think the guy needed to do a little bit of soul searching and ask himself some more questions before diving into a paid process that I know works and that I'm really passionate about. Because I don't think we can quite fill in the blanks yet because there's just too many ideas floating around in his head right now. I know one of the downfalls when I first started is I have a lot of experience in different avenues of marketing and channel marketing and advertising and strategy and creative direction and stuff like that. And I wanted to do it all. My wife does photography. She's an amazing photographer for families, and I wanted to offer imagery, creative imagery and display ad services for clients. And I had maybe 20 services listed on my website, and that's just confusing for one person to do. Even if I'm outsourcing that stuff, it can turn a potential client off because they're not actually seeing that I do something really well. So sitting back and analyzing my experience and where I provide the most value is within that creative direction realm, that helping brands understand who they really are, how they want to market themselves, what type of message they're going to actually use, and how it's going to speak to their ideal customers. Because you're not just going to persuade or sell everybody. Somebody may need a website, but they may want somebody really great at graphics or somebody really good at functionality or navigation, or maybe somebody that could do video embedding a lot better than just copy and pasting a YouTube URL. And everybody's needs are different. If you're not really defining yours, you're not really speaking to anybody. So for me, it took a while just to determine, where I want to focus here in brand identity and strategic management, and really helping my clients establish a direction for their vision that makes sense and they're not wasting money. And, that's what I'm passionate about. That's what I can get behind. And that's what I want guys like the gentleman I spoke to today, that's where I want them to live. That's where I want them to determine and figure out. And that's where I want to help them figure it out. But you have to be able to list and identify and even discover sometimes your actual competencies. What do you actually do well? What do you actually, really want to do? If you had to start somewhere, where do you want to start? And, he couldn't answer those questions. And I think that's great, jumping on a strategy call. It's why I love to do them for free, is because, number one, it's fulfilling to me to have those conversations. It gets my juices flowing, especially early in the morning like today, before the sun even comes up. But it also allows these guys or these gals to know that I'm invested in them and their personal well-being, their brand personality, their brand identity. And I want them to really figure it out before I help them really dive in. And I think the second part of that is so many people or marketers, especially, if you go in the outsource freelance industry, they're going to jump at these opportunities. And I could have latched on and built his website, maybe done some social media stuff for him, taken some pictures, probably sold him on an ad strategy. But he wasn't quite ready to invest in the full boat branding. And I don't believe in telling people to spend money on marketing initiatives when they don't know who they are. And if he's not able to invest in that process with me, and he's not able to define what his business is right now, then I'm not going to chase that revenue. And it's hard. It's the end of the month. I could use the money right now. I sure would have liked to close something, but I care about him. I care about his business. I want him to succeed, because when he succeeds and does it the right way, I succeed. My brand value, equity grows. The perception, what I'm recognized for, or that, I guess perception. I always forget the word, starts with an R. Reputation. That's what I want to perceive PreFocus. I don't want to be known for a marketer. I don't want to be known for somebody that can help you do X, Y, Z. I want to be known for somebody you come to that really helps you grow your business and do it the right way. And, I had to say no this morning. I had to give some action steps. I'm going to send him over some documents now that he can fill out, that I've really developed and solidified on my end. That gives him a clearer picture on what he needs to do before he's ready. And not only will that give him confidence when he's ready to invest in my process, but also have a clearer picture on where he wants to go, so he can continue thinking, so he could take his steps forward, right? Each day, something that he's trying to promote is help people be more sustainable on a daily basis. So he could take his steps to be more sustainable for himself, and just have a peace of mind and confidence in knowing that he's doing something bigger. I think, like I initially said, he's already excited, motivated to do, right, to take that action. But now we need to solidify and anchor that initial excitement and attitude with substance. We need to anchor it with a vision that makes sense for the experience and competency he has, but also for the opportunity within the market. So I wanted to share that. I think that's something I don't do enough. It's really hard for me to do, being as a fairly new business and really wanting to chase the revenue and provide for my family of 6. But I know, I'm a man of faith, and I know stuff like this, in the long run, it will benefit me, and it will come back and help me in more ways than just a couple grand will right now. So hopefully you guys have a great Tuesday. I know, again, it's Halloween, so whatever you're doing, I need to finish making my son a Bumblebee Transformers costume, so we'll see how that goes. Maybe I'll keep you updated. I actually did with Eric Praskins I think it's on my Facebook now, Jordan T. Trask in my personal Facebook, where we did a top 5 worst candies of Halloween video, which is pretty outside the norm for me, for my business and stuff. I'm normally pretty serious, but if you want to laugh, I thought it was pretty funny. Maybe I'm a little biased, but check that out. And then tonight I'll be working on a live stream where we're going to actually be asking kids, what they thought their what their worst favorite or least favorite candies are. So, it's not always about, just providing value. I think, I want to be able to entertain you guys a little bit too. Other than that, make sure your kids are safe tonight. Keep them in your peripheral. Halloween is a weird time for me. And, have fun. Be safe, love others, be respectful, and always remember to pre-focus.